Good morning, I'm Science, along with Mauricio Riveros. Today we'll meet Matt and Shannon Jones, owners of Hoop Strength, a brand new facility in Henrietta, training athletes of the future.
We hope you will be inspired.
Celebrating leaders in Rochester's unique and vibrant business community, we'll meet entrepreneurs whose passion and perseverance have helped push through life's challenges. Join us as we share their stories and journeys to success. It's time to be inspired.
Matt and Shannon, thank you so much for being in Be Inspired, a show that we developed to inspire our community, interview business owners, and really learn about experiences and stories. And today we are very excited to have you in our show. So let's start to learn who is Matt and Shannon.
Sure thing. My name is Matt Jones. This is my wife, Shannon Jones. We are the founders of Hoop Strength Incorporated. Hoop Strength Incorporated is a sports-specific strength and conditioning company that combines the sport of basketball with athletic performance training, which is like your strength, speed, agility, as well as really working on the personal side of the game.
Okay, no, very good. And I have to ask, are either of you former basketball players or athletes?
I played basketball at St. John Fisher. I graduated in '99 from St. John Fisher College, yes.
And I was a Hall of Famer cross-country runner and also played volleyball for D3. So athletics has always been really important to me.
Wow, excellent. I guess you guys know what you're doing then.
Well, that's really exciting and to see that experience. So let's start how the idea came to establish your gym, your organization. Let's talk a little bit about the background.
Sure. Well, I'll be honest with you. Really, the reason why I started was because of her. I had the idea of the concept of hoop strength almost 20 years ago. When I just got out of college, I started thinking that there was a need for not just weightlifting, but performance training that was sports specific. And because I was a basketball player, I had this idea around the year 2000, 2001 of combining the two. And at the time, no one was doing that. And then, I was young and I didn't really know how to get a start. And so I kind of put it on the back burner. And then when Shannon and I got together, we were engaged. She was in medical school in Stony Brook, Long Island. We were engaged, and we found out that our first of our 4 children was on the way. So I at the time I was a teacher in the city school district, and all of a sudden we needed extra income. So I took that idea that I had back in 2000, 2001, and I basically just started a business with it. I started with one client. I pulled a kid out of a camp and, here's what I want to do. Here's how I think I can make you better. And at the time, I had access to the gym at Monroe Community College, where I was an assistant basketball coach. And the coach over there, Jerry Burns, he was like, as long as you doing this type of training doesn't interfere with you at our practices, go ahead and use our facility. So one girl that we started with, all of a sudden we had, she told a couple friends, and we had 4, and then we had 8, and then we had 16, and it just multiplied. And, within that first year, I kind of figured that maybe we were onto something, and got our DBA, our doing business, and we just continued to grow.
Oh, fantastic. It's an idea that, can't be held back. That's what that sounds like. Now, where are you located? You're at you're joining us from your gym right now, from your facility?
Yes, yeah, we're here right now. For 10 years, we leased space out over at St. John Fisher College. And that contract expired last November. And so we had been searching for about 3 years for a facility. And now we finally have the perfect facility. We're here in Henrietta in Plaza, also known as Frontier Commons Plaza. We have a 16,000 square foot facility. We have 2 full basketball courts and a fairly large performance area where we do our weightlifting and our speed work.
That is wonderful. And see what I love is to see the family working together. So tell us a little bit about this time of COVID-19 and how you have been, passing through these things. Has been hard, of course, especially in your business. So tell us, what was that journey? through COVID-19?
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
well, we had started construction in February for this. I mean, everything here is brand new. This was we're in the back of Bryan and Stratton, so they had to do a complete demolition of what used to be the other half of Bryan and Stratton. So the demolition started. We started getting a couple things done, and then our floors were supposed to go in on March 19th. So that was like 3 days after everything shut down. So here we are. You know, we had a lease signed, and now all of a sudden we were kind of in limbo as far as if we were even going to get this done. Fortunately, we had some really excellent contractors. You know, great electrician. Our painters were great. Our plumbers were great. You know, the guys that put in our flooring were very understanding that this was a rare situation. So as soon as they were able to get in here and start, you know, laying down the bones of this place, you know, they were in here working, and they were here every day, you know, sometimes, you know, 12, 13 hours, and they really worked well together. And, you know, they got it done. So, you know, they got it built. And then luckily for us, you know, we already had an existing clientele. You know, we had about 300 active clients that were going to come over here from St. John Fisher. And, you know, they were excited to get in here, and now that things are starting to open up a little bit, you know, we're able to, you know, just kind of be like, hey, we're starting to roll here, and, you know, it's just a couple text messages, and you know, and now we're starting to get pretty good flow in here.
Yeah, and also lucky for us, we have such amount of space. It's a very large facility, brand new facility, that a lot of our clientele, it's by appointment only. So not everyone can just come in the gym and start doing things. We actually had a client base where we have an online mind body app that you can go on and download and connect to Hoop Strength, and you can schedule your workout. So everything is by appointment only. So that also helps us with the flow doing, you know, this whole COVID ordeal. Keeping only a certain amount of people in here at a time, and our facility is so big that we are able to social distance and be safe. So it was just lucky for us that we're also kind of an appointment only facility, because it's personal training and it's one-on-one, so you get that extra intense workout with your own personal trainer. Or if you just want to go on the shooting machines and shoot, you can do that, but everything again is by appointment only, so it's really safe.
Fantastic. Now, I can't believe you went from that one high school female basketball player to 300 clients. What kind of folks go to your gym? What kind of folks should think about going to your gym?
I mean, we're extremely diverse. I mean, we're obviously looking for high school, college basketball players, but now with this facility, I mean, our age range is from, you know, a 7-year-old who's just starting to learn how to play basketball to professional players that, you know, we have one guy in the NBA. We have 3 other guys that are trying to get into the NBA right from Rochester. You know, and we also have, you know, a lot of female clientele. So, I mean, we're really focused on basketball players who want to supplement their game, not just by, you know, shooting and dribbling, but they also want to, you know, get stronger and get faster and get quicker. So we're looking for those hardcore kids that just love the game, and, you know, really basketball is their life.
You know, we've been very fortunate to have such great kids come to our facility, but I also think it speaks to the trainers that we've had such great success. Again, with a couple in the NBA now, we've had so many kids go on to get college scholarships to play basketball. We have so many that just went to college just now going on. And it's been really great for the parents. It's been great for the kids. And we're really excited. Also, we really want to participate in the community in terms of giving back as well. So we have some scholarship programs as well. So if, you know, kids, let's say financially can't come in but they want to come in, we're actually working right now with a scholar work train program where we are working with some area businesses to have kids employed, and as long as they stay employed, they also get some schooling. We're in partnership with Bryan and Stratton to get some schooling, and also then they get to come in here and train for free. So it's been a really good kind of community give back program, as well as also all the kids that we already have. We have such a diverse clientele. We've got males, females from all over Rochester, the suburbs, the city.
And that's wonderful. I love the balance that you have. You know, you are pursuing incredible goals in terms of running a business, but most important, really working in a vision to improve the health and the diversity and have fun. So there's a lot of elements. So let's talk a little bit about what's the vision. Where do you see yourself? You just started. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Go ahead, you've got the vision.
I mean, the big picture is we basically want to franchise this. We know that it works in Rochester. I mean, I knew this was going to work as soon as we built it. I mean, we already had the client base, and I knew once we had the facility, to match what our client base was looking for, and then we even built more on top of that. I really knew that this was something that is going to take off. I mean, we're not even fully open yet. I mean, we can't run live games in here or anything like that, because of all the restrictions. But that's fine, because we're just going to keep doing what we've always done. We're going to take it client by client, and eventually, as we get more of a name, we've already had some kids from Buffalo come in. We've had a couple kids from Syracuse come. I'm from Northern New York. I know one of my friends that I actually played against in high school from Lowville, New York. He's talking about bringing his team here and letting us train them. So the vision is to find other cities that are similar to Rochester and put another one of these up and just kind of duplicate our success and continue to keep our vision going.
Well, thank you guys. We'll be back with more after these messages.
How you balance family, how you go to the dinner table and you just don't keep working and working and working. What's the recommendation? There are people who are watching there and said, what do we do?
Well, I'm fortunate to have, outside of here, I have a job that allows me to work every other week. So the weeks that I'm off is really when I have the kids 100%. And then, we actually come and we visit Daddy at the business, and they love coming up here and running around, our facility, and they actually get exercise in here too. So they like to shoot hoops. They help clean the bathrooms, they help clean the floors. And I think it's good for them because, they need to learn, how to manage things, and to function in life. So they really kind of get a backdoor view of the business, and they get to help and learn skills that they're going to need in life. And, on the weeks that I'm working, luckily I work at night. So I'm still around during the day, and then my husband, of course, is around to he comes home and then he'll go back to the business. So we make it work, and our kids are really appreciative. They love coming and helping and seeing what we do, and they're really interested. When they get a little older, I think they'll have jobs here in terms of different niches that we have available for jobs, but they love it.
And as far as balance goes, you asked, what would I advise? There's no balance. Okay. I don't believe that there is any balance. Everything has an opportunity cost. We could be home right now with our kids. We're here getting an interview with you. It's something where I think that I'm very fortunate to have her, where she's very understanding, where first couple of weeks where we were first starting to really get things done. I mean, I was here 80 hours, 85 hours a week, and she wasn't seeing me at all. But she also understands the big picture of once we have all the systems in place, all of that will be worth it.
Excellent.
And the kids got to see that too, so they understand. And now, they're seeing, dadding kids, and kids, they come in here and watch them throwing balls, and they're like, wow, that's amazing. I want to do that. So they're excited.
No, it is. It's a great thing that you guys are doing. And for the business owners that are watching, that are maybe just starting out or thinking of starting their business, let's talk about marketing a little bit. To have that kind of incredible growth in client base, I know word of mouth is a big part of it, but what other advice would you give in terms of marketing and finding new clients?
Word of mouth was definitely huge. I mean, we have 4 kids, so when I used to have 2, I used to be have 2 in my arms 4 nights a week. I'd be at high school basketball games, both supporting our clients, but also recruiting. I mean, I almost look at this as like I was a college assistant for 5 years. I almost look at this as like a recruiting job. And at the time, I was doing all the recruiting, and then luckily our staff has done that. But we've also really leveraged our social media. almost to an annoyance, I think sometimes, where, you know, Instagram, Facebook, we have some people that have a marketing background that have really fell into our laps, that have a lot of great connections that have helped us. I mean, I think that there's not just one marketing strategy. I think that you have to just keep trying new things and see what works. And, you know, you hope that the word of mouth, you know, is strong, but you need to make sure that, you know, you're present, you know, especially when it's so easy in today's world to, you know, connect to people, you know, online.
Yeah, and we actually have a kind of a cool intrinsic marketing where the kids actually can stand in front of our logo with their workouts, and if they post it on Instagram or social media, every Sunday my husband picks a kid off the media, and they get a free session. So it's, you know, we kind of go with various things and experiment. And
but word of mouth is still the best. I mean, when someone says something good about you in a crowd of people, all of a sudden that crowd becomes interested, and sometimes it just takes the one conversation. You know, one conversation can lead, you know, 5 clients at a time. You just never know.
And again, we've had a really good track record. You know, again, so many kids have gone on to get scholarships, go to the NBA. We have a really solid program here. So, and people, now that, you know, more people that find out about it, they stay.
Well, I love also the passion. I love that you guys are passionate for what you do, and I can see through the faces that you really love what you are doing. And it's not anymore a job. And I love what Matt was saying. It's like, what balance? Because I love to do this, and I can do whatever time takes, and that's wonderful, and congratulations for that. So now you are investing. You have invested in Rochester, New York. A lot of people are concerned, COVID-19. We were coming up, and now, you know, what is the message to people about Rochester? How do you see Rochester? You are investing in Rochester. So talk a little bit about Rochester and what's the vision that you see in Rochester.
Well, I'm definitely going to handle this one. I taught in the city school district for 20 years, and very rarely do you see a good story in the, I hate to say, I mean, you don't see a whole lot of good stories about the city school district, but I will tell you, for 20 years, I saw some amazing things, amazing every day. Thousands of different, you know, interactions with that were very positive. So I know that it's here. That positivity. I mean, I think sometimes, you know, people kind of get down. People kind of get down on the city, get down on themselves. But I think that we need to try to spread our positivity, because there are a lot of good people in this city. There's people that are willing to help. There's great programs, and it's just a matter of, there's got to be a little bit of trust. I mean, we've got to develop a trust between different, you know, different cultures, different socioeconomic, different socioeconomic backgrounds. We need, you know, young, old. I mean, we need to understand that we're in this together. You know, there's that thing called the crab bucket, you know, where, you know, the crab's trying to get out of the bucket, and then the other crab grabs them and pulls them down. Well, we got to be different than that. We can't be the crab bucket. We need to start lifting people up. You know, I feel it in the community all the time. People, you know, whether, you know, they're from the city or the suburbs, they have really elevated my personal business, you know, to something where I think it's going to continue to be successful. And I think that we need to do more of that. I've seen it, that it works. It worked for us. So, I mean, I know it can work for other people too, but I think we need to believe in each other a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think as far as Rochester goes, I mean, I was born and raised here, and it's got great school districts. It's got great colleges. It has, you know, last I checked, I think the housing market is booming right now. The housing sales are just going up. So I think more and more people are going to be coming into Rochester in the next several years. And, you know, I'm really excited to work with all the suburbs, city, the whole town, to bring it together, because we have a vision of really uniting our town and our city, and just, you know, exposing some kids to other kids who may have never crossed the street to meet each other. So we're excited about that.
What an honor to have people like you to interview. We are really blessed, because I think the future in Rochester is people like you. And thank you for doing that. Thank you so much. And it was really an honor to have you tonight in this interview. And I am sure that we will have you in the future. We will see the future of your organization growing. Thank you for investing in Rochester. Thank you for doing what you do for the youth and for the adult and everybody else. Really amazing opportunity. So if you can give the address of your gym, it would be great if you.
Sure. We're located at 1225 Jefferson Road. That's Tops Plaza in Henrietta, also known as Frontier Commons Plaza. And we're located around the back of the plaza. So you can't see a hoop shrink sign when you drive by on Jefferson Road. You have to come in where Brian and Stratton is, and then you have to actually drive around to the back of the building, and that's where we're located.
Yep. And again, you can download the Mind Body app and then look for Hoop Strength, and then you can schedule a personal session with us. And we also have a website, hoopstrengthpersonaltraining.com. It's hoopstrength.com actually, which has our number, 704-1494. And again, that's Hoop Strength with 2 S's, so HOOPSSTRENGTH. But that's how to get a hold of us. We're always here. We're always open. Doors are open. We'd love to meet the community. Come on down and let's hang out.
Good.
Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Coming up next week on Be Inspired, we'll meet Mauricio Hernandez, owner of HD Food Production, who started his own tortilla factory here in Rochester, and it's now become one of the largest in the Northeast. To watch today's episode and the complete interviews of our guests, go to rochesterfirst.com/beinspired. For more great talk with Rochester's entrepreneurs, listen to Bodette 97.1, Saturdays at 9 a.m. For Mauricio Riveros, I'm Julio Saenz. We'll see you next week on Be Inspired.